Welcome to The Eighth Voice, where we go behind the story and beyond the spotlight. I'm George Makris. I'm glad you're here. So I'm sitting here with Evette Quioiba.
Yes.
Evette, thank you so much. Your story was absolutely brilliant, but we never, because, you know, it was just a short time. There's a lot about Evette. There's a lot of layers, layer upon layer upon layer. And I thought, I just want to get to, find out a little bit more about your life and your story, and for the audience to really get to know who Evette is. I mean, look, doing what you did, I'm still like, you've inspired me. I mean, there's a little bit of Evette now inside my brain. Like, every time I'm going to start thinking about something, about complaining, like, oh, it's too long, I'm going to be thinking Evette was on her feet, non-stop, 24/7, for 6+ days, and that's a big thing. So no more complaining for me. I'm going on a plane, I'm going, oh God, how am I going to sit in this seat? But anyway, so Evette, tell us a little bit about, which country you were born in, your background, and it seems to me like you've gone through quite a bit from a very early childhood. It's been one war zone after the other type of thing, and here you are still fighting.
That's right.
I mean, the battle doesn't stop. It could be one battle, but then you're battling because you want to do what you want to do, and getting into business, and that requires more and more determination, more fights. But you know what? If anyone's going to do it, Evette, if anyone's going to do it, it's you. Look, it's you. You're doing it. So
yeah. I mean, I don't think you fight forever. I mean, as long as you don't give up, I believe you eventually kind of cross the bridge and get out on the other side. So I think, I feel like I'm at the stage of my life where I'm about to get on the other side, and that's exciting.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So tell us, what was the journey like, leaving and coming to Australia, and how did that look like for you at the time?
At that time, it was quite exciting because I grew up during the war. So the war in Liberia started, I think it said 1990. Yeah. And I was born 1991. So basically, I was made during the war. So not a good time. But then my parents flee to Ivory Coast, where I was born. Then we had to flee from Ivory Coast. I stayed there and grew up there. I think we went back to Liberia when I was really young, maybe around 4 or 5. Then we went back to Ivory Coast because the war hasn't stopped. Then stayed in Ivory Coast, was 12 years old. Then we moved to Ghana because there was another war in Ivory Coast. It's crazy. So they started killing the refugees, getting people out of their countries because they believed that they were kind of making things hard for them. I really don't know what the story was, but I knew that I just heard there were people coming to our house with some shovels, knife, and they were trying to kind of harm us.
How old were you when you were hearing this story?
I was like 11, going to 12.
So that would have been, traumatic.
Yeah.
And I'm not being a girl, but I'm saying as a child, but also, I mean, even if you're a boy, it's still, it would be so traumatic. It was. Listening, because it's fear-based. Everything's fear-based. You're running, and you're that little child, and you got how are your parents?
No stability. My parents were constantly just moving everywhere just to have a stable life. So I think that kind of affected me a lot. For example, education-wise, just for example, in Ivory Coast, we finally learning how to read and write in French, getting the hang of it. Then we had to move again. Then went to Ghana, then stayed there for 5 years. In the refugee camp, we started school. Then there was an issue again in the refugee camp where people were fighting because they were sick of their lives and they wanted something new, something different. They just wanted, a better life. So they kind of started protesting, and that protest became like a little mini war. Then we had to flee again. It was quite interesting.
That is seriously, that's pretty full on.
It is. It's very full on.
It's like you never, your roots never get to stay in the ground long enough to sprout.
That's
and
right.
You're just going from one place to another, and not even knowing, and you're not even sure Is this it now? Is this the last one? Or is there another
Exactly.
one?
That's the thing. So as a child, I think that was really hard for me, challenging, because you never know what's next. Yeah, but in Ghana, we were in one of the villages until, thank God, the UNHCR, they kind of sponsor us through, I think, the Commonwealth to come to Australia.
I was going to ask you, so how did your parents go, yay, we're leaving and we're going to Australia? Like,
So in the refugee camps, like everybody have a turn, like for like it's called resettlement, like to restart your life. So you could go to any of the developed countries to kind of restart.
So
life.
it wasn't just
us.
Australia. So it wasn't just Australia.
No.
You could have picked another country.
Actually, we were supposed to go to America, but then we heard like America wasn't the best place for us. My parents had so much kids.
Thank God you didn't go there.
Yeah.
We've got you now because you're going to be opening an African restaurant in Brisbane. But we'll talk about that another time. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, that's right. So because we're Christians, so we prayed we're like, God, please, we want to go to Australia. We've heard good things about Australia.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, we believe God answered our prayers. So we're here. Then we got the opportunity to come here. Yeah, so that was awesome. That was good news. I think the first time I heard we're coming to Australia, I was so excited. I remember making a song saying, thank God our trouble is over.
Sorry, how old were you when you came?
When I came to Australia, I was 15.
So that would have been an age 15 where, like, apart from all the, the 11-year-old stuff, you were like more, like, I mean, you're probably an adult in the head.
Yeah, I was you're right.
By the age of 3 or 4, because, look, come on, seriously, let's get real.
I was already a mum.
Going from a war zone to a war zone, by the age of 3 years old, you're 33 in the mind.
Yes,
yeah,
actually, I was.
I get it. I can
true.
see that.
Yeah. I think I was mature really quickly. Like, I remember when we went to Ghana, I was 15. I used to go to the forest, go like hunting, looking for stuff to sell in the market, to survive. Yeah, so we were like really, I was independent already.
And that's why you're successful. And when I say successful, I don't mean successful financially.
No, yeah.
I don't know
financially,
I'm
getting there.
That doesn't matter. But you've had a background that you just couldn't put a price on it.
Yeah.
Even though it's been horrible, it's also been, it's like, look at where you are now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it made me strong. And I feel like that kind of helped me to kind of build me up, even for the cooking marathon.
I was going to say,
you know what I mean?
That was your, like, you thought, look, if I can do this, what's 6 days on my feet? To most people, they'd be sort of like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
If I don't get my 7 hours sleep and my coffee in the morning, you might as well
They'll
shoot me. But
nah,
for you had that training.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I think that kind of helped build me up for something like that. So, yeah.
So, what was, like, when you did it, the cooking marathon, I mean, obviously you love cooking, that's your passion.
Yeah.
Sorry, what made you, like, how did you sort of think about it? Like, oh, I'm going to do this.
Well, I mean, first I'll go back, how did I even get into the food industry? So I was like married, like, okay, this is something I think a lot of people don't know about me. Like, I'm a 2 times domestic violence survivor. So I was born into domestic violence.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I grew up into that and then kind of, grew up, managed to come out of it. Then I got married into one. So then I think that was something that was really hard too. So I came out of it. So being in a domestic violent relationship, sometimes you cannot really pursue your dreams. Like, you're kind of restricted. It's like you're in a box, and then it's like, you're only good for, like, here. You can kind of come out of that box. Like, I've always been gifted in cooking.
Who are they dealing with? They didn't know that they were dealing with Evette.
I know. Oh yeah, tell me about it. No, I don't think they knew.
Evette, I reckon Evette was saying, hang on a minute. Are you serious?
No, actually, I was quiet for a while. You know how sometimes you're just like, okay, let me see where this is going to go.
Yeah.
It's like you're like, okay.
You're giving it a shot.
Yeah, I'm going to support you, achieve your dreams and build your life. I'll support you. And then eventually you're going to support me. And, I'm going to achieve my dreams too. But then I keep looking and it's not happening. I'm like, hold on, I think this is not where I belong.
This is not what I signed up for.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, nah, God, this is not what I signed up for. And then I'm like, bro, I'm coming out.
Yeah, and you know what? I say that because honestly, you know, you're larger than life, and I mean, you're powerful. I mean, coming from this, there's no way you're going to be sitting in. I mean, you might have sucked it up for a little bit, but there's no way you're going to sit in that space.
No, not for too long. No. I was like, nah, I'm too strong for this. This is not me. So I came out. And I think the first thing I wanted to do was just kind of pursue my dreams, just achieve my dreams. I just kind of, like I said on the table, I just wanted to start, you know, doing what I'm passionate about. Like naturally, I realized people love my food. Whenever I cook, for some reason, it brings joy to people. And people just get really excited eating it. So I'm just like, I want to bring this to the world. I want to see more people happy, you know, and then happy over food. You know what I mean? So
I think your happiness transcends inside the food.
Yes.
And when people eat that food, they're eating your happiness. You're energizing the food.
Maybe that's true, because I always wonder, like I ask myself, what is it about the food? Because I'm like, I'm not even that great.
It's energetic.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm like, oh, I mean, there's something wrong with these things.
The reality is we're all energy. And it's like, you know, if you can sense, you know, when someone does something for you, no matter what it is, even a small little thing, and you can see that they're doing it genuinely in there, and they're doing it from their heart, you appreciate it more. Yeah. Even if it's a coffee, even if it's whatever, you know.
That's true.
But you could go into, example, a really good coffee shop that's got the best machine. The barista could have a really bad attitude, and the coffee might be the best.
It might be the best, but you will not enjoy it.
You're not tasting that best
that's
flavor.
True. I get what you're saying.
And I think that's what you do.
Do you know, there was a time someone came, because I had a milk bar / restaurant before. Someone came all the way from like an hour away, Geelong, and they came and they ate the food, and they were emotional, like after eating the food. And I was like, wow, what is it? Like, I need to get someone to study it. But like what you're saying, it's the energy, it's the, you know, the passion pour into that. I think maybe that's what it is.
Well, you know, I mean, it's hard because you from my understanding, from your upbringing and background, you're displaced a lot. So you never actually experienced a real home base. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But I just sort of think, like, example, for me, you know, whenever you'd go and have a meal at anyone's house in your family, at any auntie's house or any uncle's house, right, it didn't matter how basic the meal was, it tasted freaking amazing.
I get that, yes.
Because these people were not cooking, like, for a chore.
No.
They're cooking with, like, with
their
love.
Heart, yes, with love. That's true. I get that. Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's good to hear that, because I always wonder, I'm like, what is it about the food? But yeah, no, that's really good.
Yeah, so you had a milk bar, like a milk bar.
So when I divorced, the first thing I did, opened the milk bar. So because I was a single mom, and me and my son just kind of came out of that.
So how old's your son?
He's turning 8 this month. Yeah, he's
You're a young mama. Anyway, go on.
Yes, being a single mom and coming from that experience, I didn't want to kind of get into the hospitality business. It's my first business. I didn't know what to expect. And I also wanted to be closer to my son. So I did a milk bar where we could stay at the top, and then we have milk bar / restaurant.
That's
so what it
clever.
was. So he was with me on that journey. You know, we were both healing together. It was good to have him around. Even now that I had a restaurant in the dark kitchen, then I wasn't with my son as much, but I then remember the reason why I did the milk bar / restaurant, because now I'm just like, oh, my son is not here with me. I don't see him all the time.
But that is, sorry, that's like the pennies just dropped. So for you, it was like, hang on a minute, I can have a home, not be far away from my child.
Yes.
Pursue my dream.
Correct.
Maybe not the ultimate part of how you see it in the long term, but it was like a little step by step.
That's right, because I didn't even know how it was going to turn out. I didn't know how it was going to go. So
how did it go?
It went pretty well. I mean, unfortunately, we had to close down due to partnership fallout. Yeah. But it actually went. I had 5-star.
Where was it?
It was in a reservoir.
In Melbourne?
Yes, in Melbourne.
Wow,
Like
Reservoir. Yeah, I know Reservoir. Yeah.
Yeah, we had like 5-star.
Near
it was so good.
Thomastown and...
Correct.
Yeah.
Like Camberfield.
Camberfield,
Yes,
yeah.
It was really good. It was amazing.
How long did you have that for?
I had it for almost 2 years. I was actually on the news for that.
Oh, really?
Like in the newspaper. What is it called again? I forgot the name. The Australian news. No, The Age.
Oh, The Age.
Yes, I was on The Age. Yeah, published by Denny. So it was good.
Wow. And where are you now?
So I'm gonna be in Flemington, West Coast Road.
You're opening a restaurant?
A restaurant pretty soon. So I'm working.
I'm
just gonna do the official one now.
I used to be there in a past life when I was
past life.
I've had so many.
It's funny how you say past life. It's like you were dead.
I've had so many lives. I just keep going.
Okay.
Life after life after life. But I remember Racecourse Road, and it had some beautiful African restaurants. But
they still do actually. They have a Ghanaian restaurant somewhere around there.
Wow. So when are you opening that?
Ethiopian. I'm looking at August.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm looking
so
at
just now?
Oh, yeah, not far.
Well, listen, when you're ready, we're going to need one up here.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at it because I heard Brisbane doesn't have that much
There's
great
nothing.
food.
There's no
Sorry,
African.
Brisbane.
Yeah, and it's happening, but, wow. What else was I going to ask you? Where are your parents?
My mom is with me. I live together with my mom.
So they're here?
They're all here. All my parents are here. My dad is somewhere in Canberra.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my whole family is here.
Oh, good. So you've got connection and that.
Yeah, I got my family here. I live with my mom, siblings, and my son.
Okay. Now I know this is a little bit in the future, but where do you see, like, apart from, say, the restaurant in Flemington, because food is obviously something that's really
passion, yes.
you're passionate about, and I know you're going to do exceptionally well.
Thank you.
Where do you see Evette? Where do you see the future of Evette?
I see a bright future.
Yeah,
I just see a beginning of something beautiful, something, like being successful. I think this is just a new beginning for me where I'm looking at launching products and stuff. I mean, of course, I've had financial kind of, how do I put it? Like step backs or like being hurt back by that.
Just life.
Yes, but in the future, I see myself launching products. I even want to have like an African cooking show.
Wow, why not?
Are you an African chef? Something like that. So I'm looking forward to something like that. I'm also looking forward to being successful in my restaurant. And I also want to be like independent. Like I don't want to be a slave to although I'm passionate about it, but I still don't want to be a slave to it. So I'm looking at that being independent and also me being able to do something else that I'm more passionate about, which is impacting lives, going around the world and just kind of impacting people's lives through food.
Listen, you've already done that. You've already done that. I mean, you've already proven, that you could do that, like
Thank
6
you.
days straight. And,
we want to do more of that.
Yeah, no, and coming from, your background, I've got absolutely no doubt. And I'm just really grateful to have had you being part of the 7th seat. Like, it was just honestly amazing. And, and now, getting a chance to have that one-on-one
conversation.
And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Q&A that people are going to, in the future, want to ask questions, and I'm going to put some of your details up on the 8th Voice. But Evette, you've been absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see what's next. Because I know something... It's only the beginning for you. I can feel that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And it's an honor to be on the 7th seat, to be one of the first. I love it. And thank you.
Thank you.
Bringing me on.
I mean, like, it was just random. Like, I mean, the whole purpose of the 7th seat was just get 6 people, strangers. Yeah. It wasn't like, all right, I want to get, go and pick. It was like, it's like, you don't know who, what, but, everyone has got a story, and it just happened that at this particular table, the stories were just amazing.
It was,
like I said, full of giants. So
it was really nice because I didn't know what to expect coming on board, coming here. I remember the interview, like, oh, what do you expect? I'm like, I don't have that much information on what's happening. So
Well,
I really don't know.
the whole idea is
So,
where it's
yeah.
like it's real. We're not actors. None of us are actors.
No.
None of us have got experience in this field. It was just an unscripted, raw, real.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of it.
And for people to connect, like just so people can understand that, you know, there's a story in everyone.
That's true.
And it's about living in the moment.
That's right. And, you know, like some of us, although our story is not perfect, but we refuse to give up until we make it. And I think I'm at that stage where, you know, I'm beginning to see the light. So that's beautiful.
Oh, you're blinding me with the light. Your story is amazing.
That's so funny.
Thank you. And I can't wait to have the opportunity to, whenever I'm traveling in August, if I'm here in Australia not filming, and I'm in Melbourne, I'm gonna say
you should try. You should come and try some West African food.
Yeah,
you need
definitely,
to. Yeah, definitely. No worries. Anytime.
Thank you so much, Evette.
That's
and
okay,
it was
Steve.
an absolute pleasure having you here. I genuinely can't, you know, I'm really grateful.
That's okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you.